Interestingly, the Atletico Madrid chief executive, Miguel Angel Gil, has said, we're not going to sell him for 100 million euros. We've already rejected that. We probably won't even sell him for 170 million pounds, which is 200 million euros. They have made their stance very, very clear. Julián Álvarez is our player. We do not want to sell him. We are under no pressure to sell him. Now, there has been that back and forth between those two clubs. They've been very, very public about this deal. And Arsenal have just been sort of waiting in the background. There is a link there, isn't there? Andrea Berta, the sporting director, used to be the sporting director at Atletico Madrid. He will have spoken to people at Atletico about Julián Álvarez. He will probably be told he's not for sale, but it's probably in Arsenal's interest just to keep an eye on this situation, only because if, and it's a big if, Atletico Madrid decide, yes, OK, the player has made it so clear he wants to leave, but we don't want to sell him to a La Liga rival, could Arsenal then nick in there with a deal to bring Álvarez to the Emirates? That is a long way away because as it's...
is very, very close. Just in the last few seconds, I've been told that the players' representatives and his lawyers are also now involved in the talks, and that would suggest that a deal is really close. Of course, the background is Sterling was told 2 weeks ago instead of moving to Saudi Arabia, he wanted to stay in the Premier League, and Arsenal have come to try and get him. And he said, look, I would prefer a permanent move, but this is Arsenal. This is working with Mikel Arteta. This is going, with all due respect to Chelsea, to a club who are challenging for the title, who are in the Champions League. And remember, my information now is that the deal is very close.
Julián Álvarez to Arsenal, deal agreed, 4-year contract and bid accepted. The wait is over. Arsenal supporters have been waiting for a major attacking statement, and the latest transfer developments surrounding Julián Álvarez has sent excitement levels through the roof. After weeks of speculation, negotiations, discussions and growing expectations, Arsenal are now reportedly very close to completing a deal for the Argentine forward. The message coming out of the transfer story is clear. The bid has been accepted, personal terms are close to being finalised, and Julián Álvarez is now edging closer to becoming an Arsenal player. According to the latest reports surrounding the developing transfer, Arsenal have agreed the framework of a 4-year contract with Álvarez, while the club has also made significant progress with the selling side after seeing their proposal accepted. For Arsenal, this could represent one of the biggest attacking moves of the transfer window. The Gunners have been looking for more quality, versatility and proven attacking ability, and Álvarez fits the profile perfectly. He is capable of playing as a central striker, operating behind the striker, or moving across the attacking line. That flexibility could make him an extremely important player for Mikel Arteta. The wait is finally coming to an end. For Arsenal fans, this transfer story has been filled with anticipation. There have been discussions about Arsenal's attacking targets, questions over which forward Arteta wanted most, and constant speculation about whether the club would actually make a serious move for Álvarez. Now, however, the situation appears to have reached a completely different stage. Arsenal have pushed forward with negotiations and have reportedly managed to secure acceptance of their bid. That development is crucial because once a club accepts an offer, the transfer can move into the final stages of negotiation and completion. The 4-year contract being discussed also shows how seriously Arsenal are taking the play, as Arsenal have increasingly developed into a team that needs attacking players capable of doing more than one job. The modern Arsenal attack requires movement, intelligence, pressing ability and technical quality. Álvarez offers all of those characteristics. He's not simply a player who waits inside the penalty area for opportunities. He can drop deeper, combine with midfielders, press defenders and create space for teammates. That could be extremely important for Arteta. Imagine Álvarez playing alongside Arsenal's existing attacking players. His movement could create additional space for wingers. His ability to drop between the lines could give Arsenal another creative option. His pressing could allow the team to recover possession higher up the pitch. And when chances arrive inside the penalty area, Álvarez has the finishing ability to punish opponents. This is exactly the type of attacking profile that could take Arsenal to another level. A 4-year commitment. The reported 4-year contract is another major part of the story. A long-term agreement would indicate that Arsenal see Álvarez as an important piece of their future rather than simply another squad addition. The club would be giving him time to establish himself, adapt to the Premier League environment and become increasingly influential under Arteta. For Álvarez, meanwhile, joining Arsenal would provide another opportunity to become one of the leading attackers in European football. He would be arriving at a club with ambitious plans and a manager who places enormous importance on tactical intelligence and versatility. That could make the partnership extremely interesting. Arteta wants players who understand space, movement and positioning. Álvarez has repeatedly demonstrated those qualities throughout his career. Arsenal's transfer strategy. The Álvarez pursuit also highlights the changing approach at Arsenal. The club is no longer simply searching for young prospects who might become stars in the future. Arsenal are increasingly targeting players who can contribute immediately while still having significant years ahead of them. Álvarez fits perfectly into that strategy. He has experience at the highest level, but he also has plenty of football ahead of him. That combination can be extremely valuable. Arsenal are building a squad capable of competing across multiple competitions, and depth in attack is essential. The Premier League is a long and demanding season. There are matches every few days, European competition, domestic cups, and periods when injuries or suspensions can suddenly change a manager's options. Having a player like Álvarez could give Arteta more tactical freedom. He could start Álvarez as the main striker. He could also use him in a deeper attacking role. He could even move him across the front line depending on the opponent. That versatility could become one of Arsenal's biggest strengths. Álvarez and Mikel Arteta. One of the most exciting aspects of the potential transfer is the relationship between Álvarez and Arteta. Arteta has built his Arsenal side around structure and positional intelligence. Every attacking player has responsibilities. The forwards are expected to press, create...
These fans cannot wait.